Yeah, so often what we see is most customer journeys on the website aren't just optimized enough. We see a lot of times that there are friction in the checkout process. Customers are confused. A lot of the times we're making them think while they are in the process, and that can cause a lot of frustrations for the customers. And that means there's a leak in the funnel, which means that businesses are leaving money on the table, so they are losing lots of opportunities with revenue as well.
It's not just the checkout process either, is it? It's actually across sites. We tend to find it's menu systems. It's the way that people journey through the site is quite often not linear, and you have to be very thoughtful about how you surface next steps right throughout the journey to the checkout, and the checkout's always a thing, as we know. But yeah, we definitely see that almost every site we look at hasn't properly thought about how does the customer get from point A to point B to point C, or from point C to point D, or from point B to point D, and they leave money on the table because of it.
It creates expensive acquisition strategy, which means that they have a good acquisition strategy in place to drive the traffic to the site, but then they're losing a lot of that traffic when they arrive to the site. That means that they are spending, and it becomes really expensive for the return on investment on their acquisition.
That's a really funny one. So you often find that when an e-commerce site is underperforming, when it's not returning the value that the vendor expected, that internally the conversation will be around, okay, maybe the e-commerce direct-to-consumer model doesn't work for us. It's the wrong product, or the platform is wrong, or any number, or the market is wrong, and that is very much a big one. Oh, we're under trading, therefore the competitors must be doing something better than us, or the wider market conditions are depressed, and therefore it's not. They don't see that the actual issue is their site, is the way that their people are journeying through their site. So they make bad decisions because they don't recognise that actually you've got customers coming in, they are looking to buy your product, you're just making it difficult for them to complete their journey.
Because what we see a lot of the time is that businesses are more focusing on the product. They are very good at what they do and spend a lot of time, resources and money on marketing the product, but they spend a lot less on the customer journey. It's always almost the second priority or the third priority, and it's often overlooked. And there is a friction in the customer journey, and that causes the most common problems is that they are losing potential revenue, and also customers who are frustrated, they may not come back again. So it's a big risk to the business.
We've all had that experience on a website where we've tried to buy something and we couldn't work out how to do it, or something failed, or you couldn't use the right card, or you couldn't use the right payment system when you got to the checkout. You just don't go back to that vendor ever again. That's it, you're done. You
drop off here, and it's very difficult to gain back that customer.
We'll take two views of a site generally. One of them is we act as buyers. So we'll go in, we'll do the customer journeys ourselves, and because we've been doing this for a long time and we understand how to mark the friction points, we'll surface where those friction points are. We'll also do a technical audit on the site. So it's a combination of two views of it. Are the pages fast enough? You know, do the buttons actually work? Those sorts of things. But also the more subtle things, which are as a buyer on your mobile, if I'm just sitting in on my sofa in the evening and I'm trying to buy this product, how quick and easy is it to actually achieve that? And between those two approaches, what you end up with is both a technical audit and a buyer journey audit, and then we'll fix them. We'll fix the issues.
We also look at the acquisition strategy as well, because oftentimes that needs to be reviewed again, how well this sits with everything else, what's happening on the site, and yeah.
We use the word holistic a lot, don't we? It's this very broad view of how the overall system, e-commerce system, is performing across every step of it.
It's dramatic oftentimes. So we had recently a project where we were helping with the CRO optimization for one of the direct-to consumer manufacturer client, and we have seen within 8 months period after we have done the CRO audit, we have made immediate changes where we identify the frictions in the customer journey. We have fixed those frictions. We reviewed the acquisition strategy, so we have put in place some new enhancements, and after the change we've done within those 8-month period, we have seen an increase on the desktop conversion. It increased by 126%. Also on mobile conversion, it has increased. We've seen an increase of 122%, and a year-over-year of growth of 11%. So I think that just speaks for itself, the power of CRO optimization, how great, and the marketing and focusing on the customer journey.
Yeah, and just to be clear, that wasn't a rebuilt site, that wasn't a re-platforming, that wasn't we need to rebuild every page, that was just fixing the journey. If you're feeling the pain and you're feeling like your site is underperforming, talk to Comsim. We'll help you sort it out.
Yeah, so we can do a site audit, just to see what are the quick pain points that we can identify, and then we'll look at the strategy as well, and then we can speak.
Don't underestimate your customer journeys, really. It's often a source of revenue that's just being left on the table.
Always aim for try to not make your customers think, so make them as easy as possible to go through the customer journey.